This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Thursday, October 31st. It's Halloween. And we've got a storm system on the way. We'll talk about timing of the rain, severe weather potential, the weekend forecast, and much more. So let's take a look. Large-scale upper trough west of the state, getting closer. Overnight had some huge rains over parts of Texas. A lot of flash flooding down there south and east of Dallas. At one point had a flash flood emergency for the Austin area last night. And look at that, the rain already into northwest Alabama, way ahead of schedule at 5:01. We've got light rain around Hamilton, Haleyville, even some moderate rain from Russellville up toward the Shoals. Still dry for Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, and still the bulk of the really significant rain will come tonight for our part of the state. Still mild today. We'll see highs up in the 70s, but much colder behind the storm system, and we'll see the cooler air over the weekend. West of the state, flash flood watches from central Mississippi down through the Arklatex region back into Texas. And look at all the flash flood warnings. Those counties in the burgundy colors in Texas, those are counties under warnings. In Alabama, those darker brown colors up in the Tennessee Valley, that is a wind advisory. Pretty stiff south winds develop later today, but the higher winds will be over the far northern part of the state up into Tennessee and Kentucky. Severe weather potential later today and tonight. The standard slight risk is up all the way from the western Gulf Coast to Cleveland and Detroit. In Alabama, there is a slight risk of severe weather, generally west of a line from Huntsville down to about Butler. That's the far northern and western counties. Looks like the Tuscaloosa is in that, but I'll tell you now that the risk, I'd say, looks fairly low. This is the tornado risk later today and tonight. Just a 2% chance of tornado activity west of Alabama. Alabama not involved in that. And this is the wind outlook, the chance of damaging winds. And we note that the enhancement is gone. You know, we had the 30% enhancement north and west of the state. That's off the board, mainly because of the lack of instability. But clearly, if we see any trouble, it's going to be from gusty winds with the storms. And then tomorrow, no formal risks, just the low 5% possibilities over southeast Alabama. Rain for the next 5 days, this through Tuesday morning, and all of that will be for the next 24 hours. And this shows about 1 inch. Here's a graphical look at the various model output. Models are varying anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to about 1 3/4 of an inch. So we'll say 1 to 1.5 inches for most locations. All right, let's dig into this thing. Let's take a look. This is model output. This is the GFS, the OZ run, valid at 1 o'clock local time this afternoon at 500 millibars. There's your trough. Down below that, there's your storms. During the day today, the heaviest rain should be over Louisiana, around the Mississippi Delta. And again, clearly northwest Alabama could see some rain this afternoon because they've got some rain there this morning. Trick-or-treat fans, let's look at the high-res NAM, see what it looks like for trick-or-treating. This is valid at 7 o'clock this evening, local time. We've seen the runs waffling back and forth a little bit, but the consensus has been that the best chance of rain, 7 o'clock this evening, will be just north of I-59. Now, this still has dry conditions for Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and Gadsden. We've seen a lot of runs that bring the rain in here, so we figure the rain will start for those cities, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Gadsden, somewhere between 6 and 8 o'clock tonight, maybe around 7 here. So the better chance of getting in dry trick-or-treating will be in areas south and east of Birmingham. Places like Sylacauga, Alexander City, Ashland, Roanoke, Clanton. And then this is tomorrow morning. The latest runs here have been really pushing out the rain pretty quickly. This is 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it's got the bulk of the rain east and south of Birmingham. And then by 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, the rain is south of a line from near Heflin to Clanton to Sweetwater. So that's it in terms of the ending of the rain. It'll be sometime tomorrow morning, just depending on where you're located. Severe weather fans, who would be a fan of severe weather? Well, some people are interested in it. Let's take a look at the possibilities. This is the instability. Now, this is coming off the HRRR. We're getting close enough to take a look at this very high-resolution data. And this is the surface-based Cape late this afternoon. and not much at all. The instability is under 500 joules. The higher value still west of the state. And that's going to be the limiting factor. I mean, the surface-based instability is just nil with this thing. But the other parameters are pretty impressive. This is the low-level jet. The wind's at 850 millibars. That's a screaming low-level jet running at 60 knots plus through northwest Alabama. So clearly, some of the storms could produce some gusty winds. This is the shear from the surface to 1 kilometer. And there's a lot there. It's shear in excess of 40 knots. So some of the showers or storms could try and rotate, but again, with the lack of instability, we just don't see a tornado risk here. We'll check the significant tornado parameter, the STP. Numbers are all under 1, and they're all west of the state this evening. And this is the Craven-Brooks Severe Weather Index. The higher numbers are north of the state. That's where there's higher shear and better dynamic forcing up there. So, again, there's the chance of severe weather is not zero, but it just looks like a marginal situation. If we have any, the better chance over northwest Alabama this evening, and then the risk drops even more as you go farther south. All right, let's go back to the GFS. This is 1 o'clock tomorrow. Showers and storms limited to southeast Alabama. And Saturday, as we start the weekend, it's going to be windy and cool. Strong pressure gradient there. Highs will drop into the mid-60s with a sunny sky. This is Sunday. Sunday morning will be pretty cold. We'll be down there around 40. The colder pockets go in the 30s. The day will be sunny. The high Sunday, low to mid-60s. Beautiful fall day. Monday, we stay dry. Tuesday, winds come back into the south-southeast. Showers and storms break out west of the state. Here's Wednesday of next week. Active storms a little west of Alabama. And a week from today, this is Thursday, the 7th of November, kind of like the thing coming in here tonight. Pretty decent trough, and down below that, showers and storms are passing through, but probably like tonight, the instability values will be somewhat marginal. So we'll keep an eye on that as we get closer, but that will be our next chance of rain. We'll check the end of the forecast, November 15th. Broad troughing off to the west, a little batch of showers coming in here, but nothing overwhelming if that's right. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today, and if you can, catch us on ABC 3340 News this evening on the live stream or the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.